EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. About ready to get this one started. Jaime Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go here on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Williams going to throw on the first play. This one out to Moore. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down. Now the free agent signee from Philadelphia, it's DeAndre Swift. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And for the second straight offseason, it's kind of hard to believe Mike Swift kind of finds himself in a new place every year. This time it's with Chicago. Just a year ago, over 1,000 yards rushing, and he's going to be looking to build off that last year's success.
That's complete. Some more on the right side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes. This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That one taken in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Oh, right.
A man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. The defense stringing him out. No gain back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. 3rd down and 9.
On the quick, right?
From the gun, here's Stroud. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick 6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
Here we go. Buggy. Hey, south. Good.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Robbie. Hey.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get it. 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Hey, Uno Mars. 19 taxi.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Now he takes off.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. 13-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Ow, protect. Alert the hot. 11.
To throw is Stroud. He'll air one out for Higgins. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Hey, south.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. 13 yards on the catch there. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Talk about having a breakout season in year 3. I mean, years 1 and 2, Mike, he didn't combine for 1,000 yards in total. Year 3, nearly 1,300 yards. Big reason for C.J. Stroud's great rookie season behind center was the play of Nico Collins.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here for Collins. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. It's second down. In motion now, it's Collins.
Hey, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars. 11. 19 Texas. Hey.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. A gain there of 10 yards. First down for Houston.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Robin.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
First down pickup by Mixon, and he's one of the Texans' many additions this offseason. It's pretty incredible to think, Mike, in only his second year as the head coach, the roster that DeMeco Ryans continues to assemble. Not only is Mixon still a productive back in his own right, but he should take a lot of pressure off C.J. Stroud.
They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Why Tony? Hey, south.
On second down, Stroud. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, and caught by Schultz.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Dell motioning over.
Drop to the right. Hey, Uno. Buggy. Hey.
They'll go. It's Stroud. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Bears. What a spectacular take back for the score. You can stay in your own end zone and just take the touchback. Better yet, go the other way and get the touchdown.
And just a great heads-up play there, Mike, not only to secure the ball in the end zone, but then to recognize he had an alley. He's able to outrun the rest of those guys, and now he finds himself taking it all the way back for 6.
Here's Tremon Smith on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Hey, Uno Mars. Hey.
Dell motioning over.
19 Texas. Look the hot.
Stroud to throw here on first down. A throw left side finds Dell. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Oh, ready? 11, 11, 11.
Back to throw. Stroud. A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Why Tony? South.
Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's into traffic, but taken in. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing is Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is the connection that Bears fans have been dreaming about since these two guys were drafted in this previous spring's draft. I mean, they think they have one of the more formidable young quarterback wide receiver duos in the entire league. Williams, 1st overall pick. Odunze, number 9. The future looks bright in Chicago. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Let's go now.
Throwing again, Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
Let's go. Cut 19. Cut 19. 7 Pirates. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
On the tweak, right?
Higgins sent in motion. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down.
Here we go. Hey!
Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw that. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
In motion now, it's Collins.
Tonight.
On first down, it's Stroud. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this will be incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point, something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
To the left side, into the hands of Collins. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Schultz is the motion man. On first and 10, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards. Second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Stroud to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
He'll air one out for Higgins. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
He'll triangle. The ball comes out. And this is going to go out of bounds, but it's a moot point, really, because it ends up being a turnover on downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Another run here, another run by Swift. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Now Williams. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears stretch things out even further. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Oh, ready?
Now, Stroud. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Trying the right side, taken in by Collins.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Duvernay to return. And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go again with Swift. And he's going to have a 1st down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Swift. Threw him up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Texans. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
Swift gets it from the pistol. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Give up the middle with Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Here we go, set. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On first down, it's Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Bears. And this has to feel good for this team, Greg, after losing week 1 to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
19 Texas. Here we go. Hey.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. Look the high, look the high. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Here we go. 11. Hey.
To throw is Stroud. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will get just a bit closer. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes Swift. They toss it right. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either. And they're able to get the victory here by a rout in grand style. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X